Welcome to Exploring Tarot. My name is Sandi, and in today's video we're going to go through my wish lists. These are the decks that I have on my phone in a little note, just a list of decks that I'm keeping my eye on, that, you know, trigger some kind of special interest and that I wish to have. These are the decks that if I had unlimited funds and unlimited amount of space, I would get immediately without asking any questions. However, that's not the world we live in, is it? I have limited funds and I have limited space, and also there is such a thing called deck overwhelm. And so these are not decks that I plan to buy, you know, specifically. These are decks that I have written down because they've caught my eye, and I revisit this list over and over again. I take decks away, I add decks on, and it's a living list, so it you know, changes all the time. And so this is not an ultimate wish list or ultimate favorites or anything like that at all. It's just the decks I'm looking at, wishing for. Some of them I want more than others, and some of them might disappear from my list altogether after I've made some decisions. But anyway, I'm going to stop chattering on about this, and then we're going to go straight to the wish list. Alright, so let's jump straight into my wish list, and first I want to mention this Luna Lapin Rabbit Tarot, because I made a video a few days ago where I told you the story about how I accidentally bought a counterfeit deck of this tarot, and it's on my wish list to get this specific deck, but in the actual legitimate version. So this one is super duper cute. I love this artwork. I just adore the little bunnies in this. I'm not like the hugest like bunny rabbit fan, but this deck could possibly make me one. I just adore the artwork in this, and the facial expressions of these little rabbits are just so priceless. Look at him. Look at this little Knight of Wands. What this page. They're just so adorable. Anyway, the next one up is the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. Now, I've wanted this ever since it came out. I was following the process of it, and I was going to get it. I've been meaning to get it several times, but some things stopped me every time, and I've watched so many walkthroughs of this deck, and every time I watch a walkthrough, I just think I need this, and then I go and put it in my cart, and then just as I'm about to check out and pay for it, I hesitate, and then I think I'll wait a little bit. And I don't know why. I think I'm just scared of the system change, and I probably shouldn't be, but the thing is, like I think I've mentioned before, I now have the Gaian Tarot that has a slight system change, like it's a little bit different, has a different approach. I have the Wildwood Tarot, that's a completely different system altogether that I haven't even tried to start with yet, and I feel like getting too many of these decks that have a different system will result in a deck overwhelm that I'll have a hard time getting over. And I also have another deck on this list that has a different system as well, so these are it's difficult. And yeah, it's just, I adore this artwork. The Daniel Barlow, who's done the artwork for this, is just such an amazing artist, and overall, I just really like the look of the guidebook in this one as well, and yeah, it will probably be mine one day. I just still have to think a little bit, I think. Next one up is the Druid Animal Oracle. I have the Druid Craft Tarot, and I really want, and the Wildwood, both of which are illustrated by Will Worthington, and I really want the Druid Animal Oracle and the Druid Plant Oracle as well. They're just both so gorgeous, and the guidebooks I've heard are just phenomenal. I'd love to have know more about the lore behind, like, different folklore stories of animals and plants, and yeah, these are definitely part of the wish list. The Spirit of Nature Oracle, also illustrated by Will Worthington. This is another deck that I really want. That's got these amazing illustrations of trees, and there's like these. You can see these faces in in each tree illustration, and it's also got the oem, and the guidebook is told. I'm sure is absolutely fantastic for this as well. Let's see if there's any more pictures. No. But this Spirit of Nature Oracle is also on the top of my list. Let's get rid of that and go back to this. The Chrysalis Tarot is a deck that I've been wanting for quite some time. Let's see if we can get some bigger pictures. Here we go. I just find the artwork in this so magical and adorable, and I love everything about this artwork. And the system is a little bit different, and that's why I'm hesitating. But to be honest, this artwork, I like it so much that I think that if I don't get along with the system, I might just trim off all the borders and the titles and just create an oracle deck out of it. Because I just really, really like this artwork. And I've said that so many times now. But I mean, just look at this. Look at this deer, and like the atmosphere of this card is just so gorgeous. I love it. Anyway, that was the Chrysalis Tarot. Next up is the Field Tarot, and you know me by now probably. I have too many animal decks in my wish list and in my general collection, but every time they just tempt me so much, and this one looks so good. And the thing is, I've got the Woodland Wardens coming. I've got the shipping notification. It's on its way to me right now, and I love the look of that deck, by the way. It looks fantastic. But then I saw this and I'm like, oh, but there's another animal deck, and it's got really good, like, keywords, and the art is really special, and I love the look of this one so much. And it's recently been on Kickstarter for those who want to have a Kickstarter edition, or like an indie edition. But this deck is coming out mass market this year, and I do not think I'll be able to not get this. It's just so pretty. I love this wolf. Look at it. And the bear. Oh. Yeah, anyway. Next up, Wisdom of the Shadow. Yes, this is a gorgeous looking deck. an oracle deck that I think would go so well with the Shimmering Veil Tarot. Like, seriously, the artwork, the art style will just go so well together. And from what I've read about this, it just looks like it's going to be, like, the guidebook is going to be really, really good as well. And I just really like art in general that's like this, that's really leaving space for interpretation, you know, kind of like the soul cards and stuff. But then I also do like having an open keyword that just aids you a little bit in your interpretation as well. So yeah, I really am looking forward to getting this at some point. Right. Next up is the Synchronicity Oracle deck, and by Kathy Nichols. And this deck is just so pretty. Oh my god. It's just, and I just like the keywords. Look at Finder of Lost Things, Bloom, Home, River, Creativity. It's just such a pretty deck. And yeah, it's been on my wish list for quite a while. Still haven't gotten it though. But yeah, very pretty, very inspiring, very light and just bright, and love it, love it, love it, love it. Then we've got, next up, the Hollow Valley. This is like the completely opposite on the spectrum here. This is really scaled back. This is just black and white ink drawings with a single key, like not a keyword but a title, and it's just, this is the Hollow Valley deck of symbols, and it's just so intriguing somehow, and I just really love it. I've also looked at the other decks by Hollow Valley, but and I kind of want both the tarot deck and the Sigil Oracle deck. However, I decided not to include them in this video because, well, the Sigil deck I would really like, but I just don't know how I would use it, you know. But this deck of symbols is just I don't know. The guidebook really intrigues me with this. I would love to read the guidebook properly, because you can see here. You can see here that it's got some really interesting, like, symbol interpretation, how you should interpret all of these symbols and what they mean and how you can then put them together. And I just really intrigued by it, and I really love this art style. It's really, really gorgeous. And yeah, that was the Hollow Valley deck of symbols. That's quite high up on my wish list as well. So the Sigil Oracle is just a deck full of sigils that the creator have made with affirmations linked to the sigil, and I really am liking the affirmations in this deck. I might just get it for the affirmations and to use it as a focal point. The sigils themselves are really pretty, but as I've understood it about sigils, they don't really work unless you've made them yourself and you activate them somehow. So I don't really see the point in a sigil deck. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm wrong about this, please enlighten me in the comments, because I would love this deck. I would love to justify getting this deck, because it's very, very pretty and I like it. The next one is the tarot deck, and if I were to, you know, sort them into in order of wanting them, it would be the deck of symbols, the sigil, and then the tarot. Alright, so the tarot deck is very interesting as well, and kind of unique in the way that it's built. If we can see here, if we can zoom in a little bit here. Oh, okay. So if we can zoom in here, yeah, so you can see these symbols around here. It's just basically symbols arranged in a specific way, according to a sigil that the creator has made. That's underneath, like invisible underneath this. So she drew us a sigil, then she arranged these symbols on top of the sigil and erased the sigil. So it's like there's like a hidden sigil within every tarot card, and I find that really interesting. However, the only reason why I'm hesitating is that these symbols do repeat quite often in the other cards, from what I've seen when I've looked through more pictures of this deck. And so that's the only reason why I've hesitated to get it, really. I think that the reoccurrence of the same exact, the same exact symbol drawn in the same exact way is going to throw me off and make it really difficult for me to read. So maybe one day, but I'm not rushing to get this one. Next up, we've got the Dream Vision Tarot. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, oh my god, I need this so bad. It's so pretty, and then every time I watch a walkthrough, I think, oh yes, I need this deck. However, I don't know if I need it to the tune of 81 euros and then plus 26 euros shipping. So that's the worst part of this. If it was available any closer by, so I could have, somewhere in Europe, so I could pick it up and spend way less on the shipping, maybe, then yeah, it would probably be a no-brainer. But while it's this expensive, I think I will survive without it. Sad to say, it's really pretty, and I think I would get some really interesting readings with it. But yes, I'm just gonna pine for it by looking at walkthroughs instead. Next up, we've got the Poetics Oracle, and this is such an interesting oracle. Really, I love the look of this, black and white, and just really interesting artwork together with some keywords. And the really cool thing about this deck is that every single card has a poem connected to it. So if you draw a card and you feel like reading some poetry, then you can go online to this website, to the poem library, and say you pulled create, and then there's a poem written to accompany that card. And I think that's like so unique and so cool. And yeah, the Poetics Oracle has been on my wish list for quite a while, but it's been out of print. But now I think that it's gotten like they've ordered more stock, and it's coming in stock very soon. Now this one is new on my wish list. I noticed this one in a few days ago, and the Kickstarter campaign is coming soon. The Botanicals Animals Tarot, and I mean, look at this artwork. Oh my gosh, this is just phenomenal. It looks so pretty, and I just love it so much. I love it so much. Oh. Let's have a look at some of these. Go to the Instagram account. Honestly, it's just so pretty. Oh, look at him. Look at his little face. And then there was one, oh, this fox and this bear. Oh, I see more posts. Oh, look at this hedgehog. Oh no. I mean, I have no idea how I'm going to read with this because it doesn't give me anything other than the animal and some botanicals. I'm sure the guidebook will tell me, but still, I honestly, these are so gorgeous. I'm just going to have to get it because, oh, look at this otter. Oh no, and this capybara. No, you can tell already, this is, there is no point in even pretending that I'm gonna talk myself out of this one. It's just so good. Anyway. Next up is the Anima Mundy Tarot. Now this one I've wanted for years. Years, I tell you, and I have not let myself get it. Well, at first I felt that I couldn't get it because I didn't know how to read with it. You know, I was a noob and I still am a noob. Who am I kidding? But still, I was put off by the Pippish Miners and wasn't sure if I was going to be able to read with it, but after, learning a bit more, I now feel like they aren't very pippish at all. They do have scenes, most of them, and I do see meaning in them now. And I don't think I would have a hard time reading with it at all. And but like I said, again, now I've got, I've already shown you I don't know how many animal decks in this wish list alone. I mean, and yeah, I really do need to try and kind of narrow it down a little bit and decide what to actually bring into my collection or not. I mean, I could have easily included the Brady Tarot in this wish list, but I decided a long time ago, or anti-hauled that deck quite a long time ago, and even though I keep going back to it every now and then and thinking, oh, the Brady Tarot, I really should get the Brady Tarot, and then every time I talk myself out of it. But yeah, the Brady Tarot could definitely be on this wish list when we are playing pretending that I could get all of these decks. So the next one up is the Roots and Wings Oracle. Now I've wanted this one as well for years, and have been so close to getting it so many times, and haven't gotten it yet. Partly because of the horrible shipping cost. I mean, it's nearly as much as the deck itself, and but I just. Oh, this deck, it's so pretty and everybody speaks so highly of it, and honestly, it's just so my kind of deck, like in every way. Nature-based, lots of animals, keywords, it's the whole shebang. It's all me, all the way, and one day maybe I'll bite the bullet. But the thing is, I also have so many other decks on my wish list that are closer. They're close by. The shipping is cheaper or free, and so this one always kind of ends up, having to wait because I can't take the I can't take the shipping cost. So next up is the Fauna Inspiration cards, and it's just this creator has 3 different decks in the same style: the Fauna Inspiration, the Flora Healing, and the, oh gosh, what was the third one? Inspiration, fantastic being, manifestation cards. Now, and all three of these are on my wish list. The Fauna Inspiration, again, animal deck. You're seeing a pattern here, right? It's so pretty. I love the fantastic watercolors in here, and then the write-ups on the back of the cards are just fantastic. Like this hummingbird reflection. The tiniest bird of her species, hummingbird, beats her wings up to 200 times per second. With such excessive activity, she tires quickly. To recover, she settles into her favorite perching place and falls into a deep sleep. In her slumber, she sets the example and encourages us to rest and reflect. In profound contemplation and radiant connection, we transcend to discover divinity. Hummingbirds' iridescent feathers are dazzling, inspiring us to take in life's nectar. I mean, that is so beautiful. And the Flora healing cards are just as beautiful. And let's see if we can go over to them straight away. Here we are. The Flora healing cards are just as gorgeous. I mean, look at that sunflower. They are so pretty, and they're like the same way. And I've been thinking about getting. She's got this deck collection of she's got mini decks of these three, and I think I'll be happy with just getting the mini decks of them all. I've contacted the creator, and she said that there's no difference between the regular size and the mini size, anything other than the size. Like the contents and the write-ups are exactly the same. So I think I would definitely want the mini cards of these. They're so pretty. And she's got this boxed sets of all three mini decks as well. And I will one day. 1571 for the shipping though. It could be better, but yeah, could be worse as well, as we just saw. So, was this the fauna ones? Yes. Next up is. Oh, okay. I have so many of these now. Next up is the Kawaii Tarot. Now, this is a Lisa Papez made me do it thing. I'm going to order this pretty soon. It's so adorable, it's too cute, and I really need some roly-poliness in my tarot collection. Look, and they're animals, so another animal deck, I suppose. But look at them, oh, it just makes me want to go, they're so cute. And these are not even the cutest ones. I mean, seriously, they're adorable. And yeah, the Kawaii Tarot, a must-have, I think. Next one up. Oh, looky here, another animal deck. The illustrated. Is it pronounced Bestiary or Bestiary? Please tell me. I mean, I want to say Bestiary because it makes more sense to me, but it's spelled like it's pronounced Bestiary, so I don't know. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I have the herbiary, but from the like big collection box set, and I thought I would buy this in the Oracle card set and see if the cards are the same as in the illustrated box set, because in that case I would just put them together, and if they're not, then I might have to just give that herbiary deck away and buy the Oracle deck version of it, because I've seen some people put all these three together, and that's something I would really like to do. It just they're just so gorgeous. I followed this artist before before they became, you know, illustrators for these decks, and it's just so pretty cards, such pretty cards. I don't, why are there no pictures? Like, seriously. Look inside? No, we just did that. Never mind. Anyway, these cards are gorgeous. Next up is the animal. I didn't realize there were just animal decks in my wish list. Seriously. The Animal Magic Oracle cards. These are fantastic looking. I love these. They're on my wish list, but they're pretty. They're not as high as some of the ones I've shown you so far. If I have to choose one to not get, this might be one. But they are so pretty, honestly, and the guidebook seems really nice as well, like this seal for balance and just this being out of balance shows up in our lives as anxiety, lethargy, irritation, brain fog. Are you coming from a place of ego, or are you living truthfully? Seal wants you to make a habit of checking in with yourself daily, bring your life back into balance by making conscious choices. I mean, this is just right up my alley. I love the way she's written this. Yeah. It's just pretty. I love it. Want it. That's why it's on my wish list. Next up, oh, lo and behold, another one. Wild Whiskers Oracle deck. This one I wanted as well for quite a long time. And it's been on and off my wish list, partly because of the price and the shipping. But I just adore this artwork. And I just love that they have like these names for them. Adaptable Armadillo, Warrior Wolf, Modest Mouse, Observant Octopus, you know, and then there's these, let's zoom in. Then there's these keywords: security, toughness, boundaries, and then there's this little like incantation, how to like call for this animal spirit to help you. Cautious creature of the forest, lend me your armor for self-defense, you know. This deck. I need it. I want it, but it's 41 euros and the shipping is 23.76. So, if I were to get this, it would be the only deck I get that month or for 2 months, and yeah. I've got so many decks that I want, so it would take me years to get all of these if I only got one a month, you know. Yeah, really want this. Wild Whiskers Oracle. Urban Crawl Oracle. This is a new addition to my wish list. I did not have this on my wish list a week ago. It's however, I've got a really big love for crows and corvids overall, and the Guardian of the Night Tarot by the same creator, MJ Cullinane, is a huge favorite of mine. And I must say that this oracle that could go so well with that tarot, that I am definitely considering this deck, and will probably be purchasing it maybe later this year. Next up is the Monstero, which I'm surprised myself putting this on my wish list, actually, because I've looked at it several times and I've thought, no, this isn't for me, but I don't know, I'm intrigued. And I've also had the Playful Heart Tarot on my wish list for quite a long time. I've recently taken it off my wish list though, because I decided to just not go for it, because I have other things that fill that void, I think. But I really do enjoy these cute little monsters. So this one is yeah, it's currently on my wish list, but it might go away. I've only recently put it on there. So Right, next one up, and the last one I've got here to show you today is the Spun Tarot. And yeah, I've wanted this one for such a long time, and I think I'm almost ready to get it now. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but with animals. It's, you know, how can I say no? It's, look at this capybara as the fool, and she's got this little, what, is it a Pomeranian or what is it following her? No, that's not a Pomeranian. What is it? Well, anyway, it's a cute dog. And it's just, I love the artwork. It's really light and bright and pretty, and comes in this little tarot pouch, and the backs are gorgeous. I love them, and they're a small size as well. Let's have a look at some of these closer up. Look at these lovers, gorillas. Got a frog on the Eight of Cups. There's a, yeah, it's just, they're just so pretty, these ones. And this one, this is the one that sold me on this deck, I think. The bear as the star card. I mean, it's just so perfect. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, yeah. This one I think I'll be getting with my next paycheck. It's, yeah, been on my wish list for such a long time. It's just time to put myself out of my misery. But yeah, so that was it for the decks that are currently on my wish list. It will probably look different tomorrow or the next day already, but at least this is the current one right now. Let's go back to the desk. Alright, so that was my wish list decks at the moment of recording, which is April 2022. So let me know what you thought. Did you find any decks that you want, that you haven't heard of before, that ended up getting onto your wish list? I would love to hear any and all comments down below, and also let me know if you have any decks that you think that I would like, and let me know down below. I always like to hear some suggestions. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you're well. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.